Hi there. This is our first video and we are inside the 29 for 30. We thought we would start by telling you who we are and why we're doing this and what we're hoping to do this year as we go through the season. My name is Becca and I have been a fan of the NBA for many years now. And so we're based in Arizona, hence the fact that you can see we are unashamedly fans of the Phoenix Suns. So is that a bias? For sure. We're very much biased, I would say. So we figured put that out there in the open. We are biased. We're going to try to analyze the teams as best we can, but that's where we're coming from.
My name is Emma. I've been Becca's roommate for 3 years now. At first, Becca would just watch basketball games on her own, like on her computer or just while we were not around. And then I think around the bubble, I started watching the games and got really interested in like the stats and just the players and everything. And I've been watching ever since. And
all the players?
Oh, well, one specific player. His name is Luka Doncic, and he's beautiful.
I try to not hold it against her, but it's impossible.
I liked him before the Game 7 series and all that stuff.
So why inside the 29 for 30? So it's a shameless combo of two of our favorite things, the show Inside the NBA and the concept of 30 for 30, of course, which is so famous. There are 30 NBA teams. But as of still this year and next season, I think as well, 29 stadiums, because the Crypto.com arena is home to both the Clippers and the Lakers. The goal with Inside the 29 for 30 is that we will go and actually review a home game for every team. We go to a lot of Phoenix Suns games, but neither of us have been to an NBA game not in Phoenix. So we figured we love the event. We love the experience. We really enjoy it. But what is it like for other people who don't have the benefit of being a Phoenix Suns home fan, which is just awful to think about.
I know.
Anyhow, so that's what we're going to try to do. We are really looking forward to it. Emma will probably not go to all of them.
Yeah, just the Warriors. So Chase Center, and then American Airlines Center, which is the Mavs.
And?
Mostly. Oh, and the Suns.
No, and Oklahoma City.
Oh, yeah.
We are going to combine some of them in multiple trips. So I told her, if you're coming to Mavs, you know, OKC is only 3 hours away. So she's always wanted to see the Thunder.
I really have.
So that works out well.
I've wanted to see
Josh
Giddey and his beautiful hair.
We didn't want to just come in and randomly comment on whatever we saw. We want to do it a little bit more systematically if we can, where we start to analyze and review the same things across the different NBA stadiums. So we came up with some segments, and our hope is that we can go through these segments with each team, and therefore you can kind of get a thought of how they compare to each other. We'll back it up with photos and short videos and critique it and all of that kind of jazz. So without further ado, let's go into what segments you can expect to hopefully hear. So the first segment is probably the most obvious, and that is, that's the ticket. We figured we would go over how much did the ticket cost, about where is the ticket in the stadium. They're all in the second tier, probably in a corner. I won't say they're the cheapest tickets. We'll say how much we paid for it, when we got it in relation to the game. So we actually have bought a few tickets already, but most we haven't, just because we haven't figured out this full schedule of everything we're doing. And then we want to review, were we able to buy it straight from the stadium, as in they weren't sold out, or was it a resale ticket because it was sold out?
Our next segment will be getting there and getting in. So we'll be discussing, you know, the process of parking and just getting in the building, what security looks like, what bags you can bring, getting to your seat, everything like that.
One other thing that we also want to highlight is other ways to get in. So we'll probably usually drive, or maybe we'll take public transportation or something. We won't know as much about the other ways we would get in. We'll try to cover it a little bit just to give you a couple different options to getting there.
Our third segment will be hydration situation. So in that segment, we'll be talking about what water you can bring, if you can bring any water. Basically just the rules of outside water. We'll try to bring a water bottle if we can. For the Suns, you can bring a sealed water bottle.
Yeah.
So yeah, just see what that looks like, what water you can get in there, how much it is, and any other drinks.
In the same vein, our other segment will be the concession confession. The concession confession, whew, I can't say that 3 times fast. Basically, we're gonna take a look at the food situation. So in addition to water and all of that, you definitely can never bring in food, at least to my knowledge. So we'll go around, what kind of options do they have? How much does it cost? We'll probably pick 1 or 2 things like a hot dog or a slice of pizza, something like that, and try to compare the cost or availability across the different stadiums.
Our 5th segment will be the Lou Lowdown. So that'll be all about the bathrooms, what they look like, how clean they are, the lines.
Basically for us, it's just how many are they? Are they easy to get to? How many are they? How many are there? Are they easy to get to? How clean are they? How long did it take you to go through? Obviously, again, we've only been to the Suns, but man, that line at certain breaks can be really long. Our 6th segment is, are you not entertained? And the goal is to review the hype video. I think that's what, or we think that's what you call it. Basically, when you go to a home game, and you sit down before the team has come in and before, we haven't announced the starters yet and everything gets dark and they play a video. It's basically supposed to get you hyped up. With the Suns, it's a lot of fun. They make it dark. You have cameras, music, flame. Yeah, lots of fire. We believe that every team has one of these, the hype video. But we know just from having seen a couple different ones with the Suns that, they're not all created equal.
Our 7th segment will be Rate the Fans.
Would you say that fans feed the flame?
I would say that fans feed the flame. They do. And we found that out at Suns games where, if the team is just not doing well, the fans can rally together and do a chant or say defense or things like that. So we want to rate those fans in each home team.
We watch a lot of basketball.
Oh, yes.
We've seen some other teams playing and we're like, where are the fans?
The heat.
Why is it? Yeah. Why is there no cheering? Why are there no people?
Or why did they take forever to come back after the half?
Yeah. Haven't they any respect? That kind of stuff. Our next segment, the 8th segment, is the look. So this is inclusive of not just one thing. We're gonna try to take a look at a bunch of different things. So we're looking at the jerseys, court floor. They all have special court floor designs. So a lot of those actually go with the jersey they're wearing, but we'll just give a review of what we see. The merchandise, if we see that, colors, we'll get into all of it. And of course the players. You can't ignore the players. We are not blind, but we do want to acknowledge, are they fun to watch? Does it have a cohesive look?
So for our 9th segment, we'll be talking about how it makes us feel. So for this segment, we'll be ranking or rating the entire experience on a scale of 1 to 10, just how it made us feel.
So we're not only adding up all, right? So it's all the other segments. So if the bathroom was out of commission and so they get a ranking of 2, if we had to park 3 miles away and we hated it, all those things would make you assume that the overall feel would be low or bad. But maybe we had a blast. Maybe despite all those other elements, we really had a lot of fun. That's why we wanted to separate it from the ranking of each element, adding them all up and okay, here's your final score. Our 10th segment is called How'd We Do? And this is going to compare our pre-game, wildly biased and based off nothing estimate of how we think we'll like it with how we actually liked it. For each game that we go to, we will do a very short clip on how we think we're gonna like it. Not as much for the Suns, because we already know that, but all other 29 games, It could be different between the two of us. For instance, I will assume that she's going to be way more excited about the Mavs game than I am.
We're going to say the Thunder. I'm obviously really excited to see Josh Giddey.
We're really excited for the Warriors game as well, and so that, you know, we're gonna rank those up. Anyhow, so we're gonna give a pre-assessment basically of just how we think we're gonna enjoy it. Experience it, come back and go, okay, how'd we do?
Our final segment will be Becca's breakdown and Emma's emotions. I'll talk about what Emma's emotions will be like. So it'll be definitely an open segment where I just reflect on.
This is Otis.
This is Otis. I reflect on how the time made me feel. So probably for the Mavs, I'll be talking a lot about Luka and how amazing he is. I know. And then I guess for other times where I'm not there, maybe I'll just not talk.
No, you'll always have something that stuck out to you, maybe something that of the content that we collected that you really liked or didn't like, or just something that sticks out to you.
It'll just be however I'm feeling at the moment. Which is a lot.
So many feelings. Okay, and then the other part of that is Beccas breakdown. So not a emotional breakdown, but more of an analytical review. And this is open for me as well. So I'll take one element of the game or experience or something that I would like to review or maybe research out and get the numbers on or something like that. And again, sounds really vague, and that's because it is. We don't really know what we're going to do yet, but we figured this gives us an option to pick out one interesting thing to both of us that we wanted to make sure that we covered that may or may not have been covered in the previous segment. We're really excited for it. We think we're going to have a lot of fun, even if no one else is interested in it. We're really excited for this. See you later.
Bye.